What's going on, guys? I'm John from PokeKom TCG. Today we're going to be looking at a couple things from TCG Player that I thought I wanted to talk about and kind of get my own opinion and maybe play a little fun what-if game with it. So let's go ahead and just dive straight into it. So we have the Mega Charizard X from Phantasmal Flames. What if they short print this set? What if after the first year they just stop printing? Do y'all think this card is going to hold this price? I mean, obviously, the short printed, I think it's not going to drop that much, but that's why we're having a little fun what if with this. Let me know down in the comments section. What do y'all think? What would happen if this card was short printed? And the gold card. Let's go ahead and throw the gold card in here. And so we saw obviously around December time, got all the way down to 425. I personally thought it was going to drop. If it would have hit the 400, I think it would have dropped a little bit lower. And then it spiked back up to 225. So if you wanted it at a discount, I think right there was probably the best time in this market. We still have 20 sold on February 7th to the 9th at 498 to 718. So let's check out the data. Near mint is 550. What was that? That was today. And then 606, 380 for damage. But yeah, so 609. I could see it hanging out probably around this price. So we got a kind of off TCG Player. I kind of judge it off what I'm seeing here. So 605 is the lowest sale, market price 590. We could see it start coming back up until we have more people list the card at lowest listed. I know a lot of people, they try to get level 4, so they're trying to list it at lowest listed like here. So yeah, I don't know. Let's play that what if game. What happens if Phantasmal Flames are short printed? What do y'all think we'll do with these card prices? All right, next up, let's get into it. Blastoise from 151. I talked about this card in December. Yes, I know everything was down in December. I think I talked about it around $80, so beginning of January. And I said if you wanted this card, I think now is the time to buy it. So, and we're up $20 already. So let me know in the comment section if y'all picked this up or not. I unfortunately did not find a gradable copy in the last couple weeks at a couple shows I went to, so I have not yet picked it up, but it is still on my pickup list to get this with a gradable copy. All right, next up we got the Unova Heavy Hitters Premium Collection Box. I talked about this too whenever it was down around $80 at the beginning of January, and I got laughed at in my comment section saying this set is not good. I personally, if you want to compare this to the Great Tufts box, so let's talk about that real quick. I'll give my opinion on that. So the Great Tufts box, yes, is good with the Bubble Mew, but I really only ever hear people talking about the Bubble Mew from Paldean Fates. So with this, you have 3 different hits you can get in this. You have, what is it? Zekrom, Reshiram, Victini. Those 3 are the big hit cards from this. So you have 3 cards that you can get versus 1 in the Paldean Fates. I'm not trying to sleep on Black Bolt White Flare. I do think for long-term longevity that this box will hold up just as good as the Paldean Fates. Maybe even the Prismatic Premium Collection too. I actually haven't looked at that one in a while, so I might have to pull that one up for the next video. But yeah, we got recent sales at 90, 100, 98, 99, or yeah, 98 and 102. So we are seeing it slowly get up over the $100 mark. And like I said, as long as the lowest listed, still kind of wish that they could put those out. But anyway, yeah, so 93, 95, 95. And then, yeah, let's see. So it's starting to get over $100 on the next page. So, and that's not with shipping included. So I do think those boxes can perform very well over the long term. Not a lot of people talking about Black Bolt White Flare on YouTube. I know a lot of people at shows look for Black Bolt White Flare because I asked the vendors what sells quick for them, because I'm interested. Could I sell on TCG Player? So I need to know what's selling in person to see what's selling online. And everybody says Black Bolt White Flare is illustration rare. So I personally do think Black Bolt White Flare will do very good. I know a lot of people hate on Gen 5 or don't really care about Gen 5, but there is a lot of people that love Gen 5. Yeah, I mean, I like Victini. So there's a bunch of Gen 5 that I like too. But anyway, let's move on. Comparing it to the Paldean Fates, like I said, this one, I only hear about the Bubble Mew. But it has still seen good volume. I do think it's still a good product. We had 78 sold in the week of February 4th to the 6th. So it's not a bad buy. We do have recent sales on the 18th at 176, 176, and then 140 without box. And then 176. So yeah, we see it 180 there too. Market price 165. Let's get down here and see at 175. So it is slowly still ticking up. I think this box will be $200 fairly soon, probably before the summertime. All right, now let's next. I was trying to say next up. Let's talk about all at the same time. Holy cow! Let's slow down. All right, so we got the Ascendant Heroes ETB for 134 pre-sale item. It comes out in what, 2 days on the 20th, I believe. I've seen a lot of people getting their orders canceled. I did not pre-order this. I did pre-order the booster bundles, so whenever those come out, hopefully no pre-orders get canceled during that time, but we will see. All right, 134, 5 at 110 basically. 134, 3 at 135, and 1 at 134. I know a lot of people are comparing this set to Prismatic, and looking at the Prismatic ETBs around 130 also, I believe. 140-ish, I don't know. I haven't looked at it today. But I think a lot of people are going to buy and hold these. But it also depends on how many would get released during each wave, I guess. Because the way how they're doing it, they're releasing each product slowly. Because I think the booster bundles come out in April. I personally do think this set over time will do fine. But it does have 295 cards, I believe. With that being said, there's going to be a lot more cards that you have to pull. So, just like Prismatic, pull rates aren't good. And I think the pull rates aren't good just because of the God Packs. I personally think they need to step away from the God Packs and just let it be completely random. Now, obviously, Pokemon's going to market. They're going to do what they need to do to keep their business going. So, God Packs are going to sell. And I do think in the future, too, this and Prismatic might do good in the future. It just depends on how people like opening it. I know right now I don't like opening it. So, but I know my daughter likes opening it because of Eevee and the Eeveelutions. So, but I try to hold it whenever I can. All right. Next up, talking about Prismatic 2. With the Crown Zenith ETB, we had these apparently sitting on the shelves. Like I said, I joined during Death's Arrival, so I did not see this. But we had these sitting on the shelves, and nobody wanted it. And I do think Prismatic is going to do the same. But still, over time, it slowly got back up. So, over the year, it had that slow uptick. And I personally do think Prismatic will probably end up doing the same thing that Crown Zenith did. The ETB, anyway. I think the booster bundles for Crown Zenith right now are around 150. So, I mean, Prismatic is around 50. I can see it kind of doing the same thing with that too. But over time, we're going to have a lot of Prismatic printed. Pokemon already said that they are going to print it a lot. So I think it's going to have the same Crown Zenith effect. But I don't know. We will see how the market likes it and what it does over the next year. All right, now with the Celebration set coming out, I believe it's in the fall time. So the Umbreon Gold Star less than $100. It got up to 111 in September, October, and then came all the way down to 62, 63, and it's slowly starting to tick back up. With this being an anniversary set, I do think this is a good buy to hold on to. If you got it less than before the spike up here over the year, you are sitting well. If you got it at any low point, so here around 60, and then here around 62, I think $60 is going to be the new low for this card. And I think over time, I think closer as we get to the Celebration set, we will see this card probably break over $100 again. Let me know in the comment section what do y'all think about the reprint Gold Stars with the Pokemon logo. Do y'all like them or not? Now as we're getting closer to the Celebration set, or for the 30th anniversary. But yeah, let me know in the comment section. I think this one would be a good buy for less than $100, or well, less than $80 now, because we did see it get up to 111 for a couple days and then came back down. So yeah, I think this one could be a decent buy. Let me know in the comment section what do y'all think about the Celebration set, some of the celebrations from the 25th compared to the 30th, and do y'all think other cards like the Greninja will probably spike back up again as we get closer? All right, last but not least, I want to talk about the Ninetales from City and Flames. I know City and Flames is probably going to get rotated out soon. Over the last 3 months, we saw, actually, I think over the last year, we saw it kind of, 28 down to 15, back up to 29, back down to 20. So I think now it's probably going to hit over $30 soon. because you can see we have the high here over the year at 28, and then it dipped down to 15, got back up to 31, so it got $2 over, or $3 over the high, and then dipped back down to 20, so it created a new low, and then came back up to 28 now. So I'm talking like a stock person. This is not stocks, this is cards. But anyway, we have a new low here at $21 or $19, and then it spiked back up to almost $30 now. Let's see the recent sales: 25, 21, 34, 25, and 23. So it's still kind of hanging out around the mid to low $25. We'll take out that one. It probably had a picture and probably looked very centered. But yeah, so it's still hanging out around the low 20s. So until these ones, well, those are Japanese. Okay, so yeah, we have a couple. The first page below 25, and then it starts getting up to, let me see, let me skip the third page. Let's go to the fourth. Yeah, so by the fourth page, we hit $30. So I can see this still over the next couple months slowly getting above that $30. I don't think it's going to spike unless somebody just buys it out, but I don't think it's going to spike too quick like it did here. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, do y'all like this Ninetales from City of Flames? I personally do. I think I got a couple copies of it. So with that being said, guys, we are going to be putting a bunch more cards today. I'm off for the next couple days, so I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to get those cards listed and put up for y'all. So check me out on TCG Player, and leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch up with y'all next time. Have a good one.